Hi, I'm Bill Mosley, and you're in the horror basement. Lick my plate, you dog bitch.
I'm Johnny Leroy, and welcome to the Horror Basement, the TN Horror News podcast, coming to you live from the TN Horror News studios from the basement of my mom's trailer. We got ourselves two local horror experts here with us. JimJam,
I'm here, JimJam.
head writer, TNHorror.com, Yeti.
Hey.
Who? Oh, sorry.
I feel like I need to
that's
have
Arsenio Hall, my bad.
I feel like I need to have the basketball music when they're entering, like
Yeah, the horn. Yeah, that's what I wish we had that. But
soundboard.
But yeah, guys. So we are serving up horror all over the land like biscuits and gravy, baby. That's what we do. I don't know why I'm getting this extra. I don't know.
Exciting.
I had no fucking idea where this is coming from.
Well, he snorted a line before he got here.
One of them days.
Yeah, we did do the Bean Boozle challenge, which is gross. It fucking sucked. I had one fucking jelly bean that was good. And it was chocolate pudding, so it wasn't really that good. So yeah, fuck chocolate pudding. Anyways, so on this episode, we will be discussing horror movie Vixens. Ooh. The evolution of horror and our opinions on, well, not really, I don't know if it's our opinions, but anyways, the evolution of horror. Some old school horror movies, which will lead into the movie of the week on Shudder, The Birds. And as you know, we will have a promo code for you for Shudder. You should already know this, though. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what y'all been up to?
Went and saw Overlord.
Yeah, you see, you
Friday night.
got a review up on that on tnhorror.com.
That's that. I am not a writer. They all know this. I don't like reading. I don't like writing. It's like fucking shit, man. I went and saw this movie. I had to write a review because, man, this damn thing had me down. I didn't fall asleep. I was invested the whole time.
Who'd you go with?
My Mrs. Jam and the Churins.
Y'all go to
Tullahoma.
okay. That's what I was thinking y'all did.
Man, them motherfuckers are expensive, man. It's almost $11 a person.
Damn.
But it was worth
Good
it.
Lord.
This movie.
But that's how much it is anyway, though.
Now, if we'd have went at 10 o'clock in the morning in Murfreesboro,
10
we'd have
o'clock
paid
in the fucking
$5.
morning. Yeah, come on.
But, oh man, this movie, fucking, it's Nazis and like mutated zombie-like things. Dude, it was badass. And the score was just like, just pounding, man, the whole time. Just, I don't know. I don't know the word. I'm not good with words, so, but if you've seen the movie, you know what the hell I'm talking about. It is awesome. So, I definitely recommend that. I appreciate Yeti for punctuating my damn review for me. Proofreading that bitch.
Put my editor hat on a little bit. It was.
Yeah. I had to get it filtered through a professional writer before it went live to the nation or the world. Motherfucking world, Craig.
The world.
So what about you, Yeti? What's going on with you?
Man, I've been watching some Last Drive-In every night. We'll lay down.
You prepping up for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man. I gotta catch up. I gotta watch we watched Rabbit. It was a Cronenberg movie. It was fucking rad.
And speaking of that, the Saska twins are actually remaking that.
Yes, they are, and I cannot wait. American Mary was so good, and then they did that show, Elevator. That was fucking fun. But yeah, we've been watching that, and I've been watching a lot of Norsemen. It's not even horror; it's a comedy show about Vikings. I'm watching the shit out of that, and about it. Oh, shit. I almost forgot. The other night, you guys probably know this, but the listeners may not. I came out of my bedroom. I was actually looking through the totally reputable job listings on Craigslist. And I was going to fucking send a couple of emails, some cover letters, and try to get some soulless writing gig and some fucking real estate corporate thing. And I go out there and I get my coffee or whatnot, and I go to my desk in the living room, and my boy comes up. He's super excited. And he starts telling me about this creepypasta he's writing. So we start bouncing ideas back and forth. And I was like, fuck it, pull up a chair. So he sits down and we take notes on this creepypasta about this monster with this unicorn horn that lives in the woods. And I banged it out. Posted it on TNHorror.com.
Fuck
it was
yeah.
fun, dude. It was super fun.
Oh yeah, I'm so out of touch with reading that I got an app. I just copied the whole story and I put it in the app and I listened to it. I listened to Yeti and his son's story, or however, vice versa, story.
I watched Maniac on Netflix.
Oh. Is
That's
that the
a
cop?
weird... No. With Jonah Hill and... what's her name? Fucking A. Why can't I think of her
Is that a
name?
remake?
No, it's a fucking...
that's Maniac Cop, ain't
It's
it?
Netflix original. It's called Maniac. That's a weird fucking... It was just like a limited series.
So is Jonah Hill weird in it?
Yes. Him and...
Is he fat again?
No, he was skinny in that.
So he's not funny no more. Apparently,
Well, it wasn't
if
a
you
funny
lose...
show.
They always say, though, when the fat comedians lose weight,
That's what they
they're
said
not
about
funny
him.
no more.
I think someone said that to him directly, and he did not take that
You know,
kindly.
it's kind of like musicians who stop doing heroin. They not as good anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like Red Hot Chili Peppers used to be pretty good. And Anthony Kiedis kicked the habit and fucking went downhill, man. These are just facts.
No.
Emma Stone. Yeah, Jonah Hill and Emma
Oh,
Stone.
yeah,
Sally
yeah.
Fields in it. Justin Theroux. It's a fucking weird, dude. Like that show, just to get into.
Is it a thriller or a horror or what?
Man, I don't even know. It's fucking weird.
Huh.
It's just, I mean, kind of, it's just weird.
Suspense,
But yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, so let's move into the first topic. Horror movie Vixens.
Good segue, by the way, talking about Emma Stone.
Yeah, she is.
She is on this list. It's not a specific order or nothing. I just threw them up there. But we're going to go ahead and start out with Johnny's favorite, Danielle Harris from Halloween 2007.
Well, and also, though, I mean, why am I going blank? Not Victor Crowley, but Hatchet.
Well, I'm just saying, though.
I mean, I would take her from Hatchet. Well, then again,
You
though,
got the side view of that damn
I would take her from
almost full
Halloween.
body tattoo from like
Yeah.
armpit to down.
That
like,
is a fucking
side.
massive tattoo.
Yeah. You know, it was funny, though, on the behind the scenes of whichever Hatchet 2, I guess it was, that she was in. It's a shower scene, and Adam Green is like, why she got her pants on still? And they're like, that's not her pants, that's her tattoo. He thought she had pants on.
Damn. But like with and we're not trying to take away from, call them horror movie vixens, but not every good, but a lot of good horror movies have beautiful women in it that control, you know what I'm saying? That are the main characters pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Besides the killer, or whatnot. Yeah.
The final girl is such a... It's like, it's part of the culture, Like it's used so much it's become a trope at this point. Like, there's always that one badass girl in the movie,
And I think probably when they are casting for stuff like this, they shoot for that. Because they always want something,
And they gotta be strong, though.
Yeah.
I mean, a strong female lead is better than the little bitch one.
It's crazy, though, well, I guess everybody's noticed this or experienced. But you see them on screen and you think they're really, like, bigger or taller than they really are. Then you see Danielle Harris in person and
Oh, yeah, no.
she's like really
5'2".
little. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just, I don't know.
What about the next one? Was Jennifer Love Hewitt? Was she back in the day? What was that show?
Was that
Seventh Heaven? Yeah, that's where I first saw her. But
dude, she's still smoking hot. But I Know What You Did Last Summer, and that's one of them classic summer movies.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
I
when it
remember-
come out, it was just like, what the fuck?
But that was probably late '90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
I remember the first one though. First one was dope as fuck.
yeah. That's what the whole. I still know what you did last summer, and
Yeah, it'd be only two.
I always know what you did last summer.
There was a 3.
2006. Like, come on. I mean, then I watched that. You know, like because that one's from '97. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I watched more than. Maybe number 2, but I don't think I watched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer because that was in '98. I didn't watch that shit,
I've seen them all.
and I've only seen Scream 1.
Yeah, I've probably seen a couple more, but
I mean,
ain't too many.
so
Then we got Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
Beckinsale, yeah, Underworld. Come on, and a lot of people probably don't like that movie. Well, they like the first one, and then the franchise just kind of got
It
oversaturated.
just kind of got lame.
Yeah, it gets oversaturated. Like, you have a good thing going, you don't have to make a huge franchise out of it, but then it just kept.
Yeah.
I mean, even with what's her name off of the Umbrella Corp,
Oh, Mila
Jovovich.
Mia Jovovich, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, But I think she's hot. But that franchise went too long.
Oh man, and they did terrible with it.
I mean, that shit went way too long.
Yeah, because the whole first video game was all in the mansion.
Well, I mean, I like the first movie and the second one, but it just, come on. I think they have like 6 movies out now. But
More than that, I believe.
She's smoking. God, but she's good at it though. I mean, she, with the action and everything.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of all time since I was a kid is Christina Ricci.
Yeah. What? She was in like a werewolf movie, wasn't she?
I believe so. She was in Bless the Child. She was in Sleepy Hollow. She's in a movie called Afterlife.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, now I remember her. In
fucking crazy. She's like,
What about her in Black Snake Moan? That ain't a horror movie, but man, that movie was fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, that movie was fucking nuts.
Wasn't that where she was like handcuffed to?
She's Lizzie Borden.
The
Lizzie Borden Chronicles, which was really cool.
Yeah, and
a lot of times she's got this like cold demeanor to her, and she's just, so badass.
Wasn't she also Wednesday Addams?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Cursed.
That's when it started.
Cursed. Yeah, Cursed is the movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her a horror vixen when she's playing Wednesday.
Yeah,
Addams,
no. I was just saying, Johnny, that she played that character.
I know what you're saying.
But yeah, so next, Emma Stone, Zombieland. I don't really remember in no other horror movies unless I'm.
I don't know if she's. Well, yeah, she did. She was badass in it. She did kill some shit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Zombieland's so fucking cool anyway.
Yeah.
Aren't they supposedly making a second one though?
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
I mean, it's been coming out for like 10 years now.
We could talk about the next one because she was also in True Blood, Anna Paquin, which she's in Trick or Treat also. And I like had a big crush on her when she played Rogue in X-Men.
Was that her?
Yeah.
Dude, I had the hugest crush on her when she played Rogue. Oh my god. And I was too old to have a crush on her.
Yeah,
but I always liked Rogue.
Yeah.
For some reason, like the character Rogue to me was
even
just
when
like
I watched
awesome.
the cartoon.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I love Rogue. Like but I always wanted to be Iceman.
Dude, you ever watch?
I don't know if he's part of X-Men, but I always wanted to be Iceman.
Did you ever watch True Blood?
No, I never watched True Blood.
Dude, man, she gets naked in True Blood.
I watched the first season of it, then it started sucking. So
You missed her naked.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can't find that on the internet.
Well, yeah, you can. But anyways.
But yeah, she...
We talk about, like, there's even more, man, that go back. I mean, like, we have so many currently, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these gorgeous women gracing the horror screen. I mean, this shit goes back.
We go real, yeah, but before we do, real quick, I want to say this not last one, but yeah, because we've had her on the podcast several times. Felissa Rose.
Oh yeah, there's no. I don't know how I could have fucking mentioned her. Fucking she's fucking awesome.
She's done a ton of movies, but we're gonna consider her Vixen from Victor Crowley.
Yes.
Yeah,
Vixen was one of the best kills ever.
Hell yeah, she gets fisted in a movie, and it's not a porn. But we'll take it back, and we'll go to like before we go way back, we're gonna go to Jennifer Tilly from Bride of Chuck or the Chucky movies, like Bride of Chucky and all that.
She's like 60 something. She's like in her 60s.
Yeah, she's not young.
You know that?
That's crazy.
She's a fucking vampire, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to be.
I haven't watched The Bride of Chucky.
I didn't either, but I like Tiffany.
Yeah. Then we can go back to Barbara Crampton from Reanimator.
Yes.
Don't the damn severed head like kiss on her boobies and stuff?
Dude, you need to go watch that movie.
I saw it on the last drive-in, that scene.
Oh, did you?
When I turned it on, it was on that scene. And it was the severed head, kissing all over her boobies.
Yeah, that movie is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
What about Marilyn Chambers, the original porn star, as Rose in Rabbit, back in the 60s?
Oh, I started watching Rabbit. I didn't get to finish it, but... Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Chambers. That's old school horror, not horror, but old school porn star.
Yeah, Behind the Green Door and shit.
Is that one?
Yeah, she was in Behind the Door.
Yeah, that one was like they played that in regular theaters because I saw a documentary about that, and they got that played in regular theaters, but they got it considered as art.
That's awesome.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Behind the Green Door, it's like probably early 60s, 70s or somewhere around there. Porn.
Yeah.
Well, that's when they were playing porn and fucking...
Yeah. That'd be a nightmare just to go in there, because... Ugh.
I mean, they had, like, more than... Like, ridiculous porn movies.
I know, but...
Like, in theaters. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you think now... Like, that would not happen. Yeah.
What about Asia Argento from Land of the Dead? And I don't know how old she was in Suspiria, but she was in that, right?
Fucking yeah, sounds good.
I believe she was in Suspiria, the original.
Really?
I mean, we get. I wish I could remember the name of the woman. Another drive-in movie. It's called Daughters of Darkness, but she plays the vampire lady and her ghoul, and then this newly married couple in this hotel. There's only 4 people there, besides like the one staff guy, and she's like this blonde, blue-eyed Norwegian goddess, but it's a Danish film, and then. She was actually like a porn star from Quebec, and like the company forced the people to make, like, we'll finance the movie, but you cast her. It's kind of one of those. She was absolutely gorgeous, and she did really well in the role too. Yeah, it is a good movie.
Well, I was wrong. She was not in Suspiria, but she was in Demons too. Okay, so
I haven't seen it yet. Demons is such a good movie though. It's so fun.
Yeah. But her dad is the director and writer of Suspiria, though.
Yeah, she was born in 1975.
And speaking of Suspiria, I hear that movie fucking flopped.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the remake. I hear it fell flat on his face.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the
yeah,
original,
that's
so
accurate.
So what about Selma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn?
Oh my god.
Oh, everybody that watches horror has to remember that scene, her walking on the table.
With that fucking snake. God, good lord. When did that come out?
Did you ever watch the TV show from Dusk Till Dawn?
1996. Wait, is that
Yeah,
from
that's it.
Dusk Till
Yeah.
Dawn?
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, me and my wife was watching the show. Man, that show's pretty damn good.
Oh, really? I
From
haven't
Dusk
seen
Till
it.
Dawn. But
Dude, 1996, I was 12. I wore that fucking VHS out.
yeah, man, that movie was really good. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie, especially Cheech at the opening of the door or the entrance of the what was the strip club called? Titty Twister.
Oh man, I don't remember.
Was it called Titty Twister?
Yeah. And if you can find pussy cheaper than that, fuck you.
Oh yeah, man. Cheech, man, he made that part epic.
Oh man.
I hope
And,
I hope we didn't skip over any major ones.
I
Probably
mean,
did.
you know, there's like classic ones, like you said, from back in the day, and it's I don't know if it really was a
I don't
list
know.
of our favorite ones. It's just a list of some.
Yeah.
Because there are more like from the 70s and 60s, and
Oh yeah. we didn't want to go any close to.
I mean,
you
hell,
know,
Elvira's. I mean,
well, we didn't even say Elvira. What the fuck?
I mean, as a horror vixen goes, Elvira would be like the
Top. What
yeah.
about?
I mean, you know, she's a horror host, but still, she did make
she's been
movies,
yeah.
and I mean, come on, look how many people want to be her and host.
Yeah.
And host shows on the internet and you know on the interwebs and on you know and have their own TV shows that model themselves because what she created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
I don't know if this woman would be a horror vixen, but remember Up All Night? Was it
Rhonda Shear?
Yeah, Rhonda Shear. Yeah, I had a big crush on her when I was
God, that was such a long time ago.
yeah, on Friday
And
night.
it wasn't though because it was in 1998, so it's only 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so kind of like the movie we just reviewed.
Yeah. Oh, Skeletons
Oh
in the Closet.
Yeah. Y'all did just
Skeletons in
interview
the
the
Closet.
director.
Yeah, we interviewed a director.
Yeah, I didn't get to. I wasn't in on that interview because
But,
somebody's
yeah.
scheduled something.
Yeah.
You also go listen to that interview though.
For sure.
Speaking of that interview, segue. No, that has no segue into the next topic. Well, I mean, kind of the evolution of horror,
Yeah.
where
So-
it's come and gone. So the evolution of horror, from silent films to the fucking goriest shit you can watch, and the most disturbing shit you can watch now in 2018. Think about that.
Yes, there is a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there because like you got to think about it's not just the evolution of the horror with filmmaking and how things are done, you know, from effects to fucking different, you know, from digital to fucking 8mm film or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's all that, but there's the evolution of the culture. Because you look back at Psycho, which I mean I'm not going back super far, but you know, Psycho was fucking crazy back in the day. I mean, they had the gall to show a flushing toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not knocking it. I watched Psycho for the first time like 6 months ago and absolutely loved it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that though? You know, they made it scary and crazy for the time, but yet never showed a knife penetrating her body or nothing, and never showed that much blood, really. Well, too, it was black and white, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you look at that, and that was, like, something for the time, you know?
Oh yeah, that was.
And now, I mean,
Oh man,
it's super tame now. It's still a great piece of film, but I mean, it's like super tame now. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh man, when you got extreme horror now involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even a comparison.
Here's what is considered the first ever horror movie. When do you think it come out?
Oh man, I bet it was like early 1900s.
There was a movie called The
1911.
Haunted Castle. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
The Haunted
1911.
Castle, stop motion animation.
There's
It was like 1910 ish.
wow.
And it's like 10 or 11 minutes long.
So it was a short.
Yeah. It was a silent film, backed by the in-theater pianist. 1896.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so yeah, you were saying 1911, but the Haunted Castle. This one has, and this is from a New York Film Academy, has 1898, but the other ones say 1896.
Wow.
And it wasn't intended to be horror though. It had cauldrons, animated skeletons, ghosts, transforming bats, and ultimately an incarnation of the devil.
So
he wasn't intending it to be like a horror movie, but when people discovered it, it was like, dude, this is the first movie of fucking horror.
was it stop animation like he was
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Man, that shit takes.
It was the first example of a film only just rediscovered in 1977 to include the supernatural and set a precedent for what was to come.
Wow.
At the time, films over 3 minutes were considered super ambitious. It's not the first
Well, yeah.
horror film, but technically, it's the first vampire film because there's a scene in it where a human transforms into a bat.
So that I guess the beginning of film period was started out as short films. That's all they could do.
Yeah.
So, and then from the 1900 to 1920, an influx of supernatural themed films followed with many filmmakers, most of whom still trying to find their feet with the new genre. Turn to literature classics as source material, like Frankenstein,
Yeah,
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Werewolf.
Yeah, if you want to listen to us talk about the Universal monsters, go back a few episodes and you can hear us talk about.
That's horrible.
Yeah, go back and listen.
If you want to listen to us brutalize the Universal monsters, go back and listen to that.
well, we can do a little plug real quick. If you want to hear some more experts, check out Half-Assed Horrorcast. They know more about that than we do.
Widely considered to be the finest era of the genre, the 2 decades between 20s and 30s saw many classics being produced.
And they also have a great short film. What was it? Wolffish?
Yeah, Fish Wolf,
whatever.
like that.
Yeah.
Jeff King, Craig.
Yeah. Shout out to them though.
That's another thing that's really helped the evolution. I mean, like, horror movies definitely, and fucking filmmaking as a whole is the fact that, for a century, you know what I'm saying? Nobody but studios can make movies. You know? It's going to cost you $1 bajillion to film a scene because of camera restraints and shit. And now, I mean, it's not an insurmountable thing for a group of people with decent credit to get together and fucking put the money on, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One day we'll have a movie.
So the golden age of horror was between the 20s and 30s. The atomic years,
It's the 80s.
1934. Another hallmark of it's like the 40s and 50s era.
Well, would the 80s be considered the year of the?
No, we're talking about the atomic era, okay, buddy? We're talking about the 40s and 50s.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
You're jumping ahead, buddy.
Okay. My bad.
40s and 50s was a lot about aliens and the atomic threat and shit, though, wasn't that? You had a lot of
yeah, and
Walk Among Us and
Godzilla.
Yeah,
radioactive
Japanese
mutation.
monster
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So here, have you ever heard of the movie Freaks? It's from 1932.
Yeah.
It was so shocking at the time. It got cut extensively.
So the MPAA was running rapid back then too.
The shock value of Freaks is one of the few things, or one of the few that has aged well up until present day. I want to watch that movie now. So then in the atomic years, somewhat ironically, Freaks was banned for 30 years in the country that really came into its own during this period, Great Britain. And then the gimmicky years.
They kill a dude and cut him up into little pieces and shit.
The gimmicky years. And this is from this one place is what they're saying, the gimmicky years. The 50s and 60s, 3D glasses, electric buzzers installed in theater seats, paid students in the audience screaming and pretending to faint. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Dude, like, could you imagine going to a theater and people like, oh my God, and they're just faint, like you're paying people to watch a movie and you're paying them to faint during the movie and fake.
Oh, so they were just trying to get other people like...
Yeah, because what was that movie? It had John Goodman in it, and he was like the creator of one of them theaters where, like, you'd sit in the seat and you watch a movie, and there would be a buzzer in the seat, and it would buzz your ass when a certain part of the movie went on. It scared the fuck out of you.
What about those one theaters that don't they have like the subwoofers in the seats?
I don't know.
Or something.
Ooh,
I thought there was that you can like feel the feel.
That would be cool. You could feel the bass. So the 70s and 80s. Occult was the flavor of the day between the 70s and 80s, particularly when it came to houses and kids being possessed by the fucking devil.
Exorcist.
Yes. That's when all hell breaks loose.
Exorcist is one of my favorite movies of all fucking time, right?
The Green Vomit.
I mean, Carrie, she was
it was
possessed.
such
The
a
Omen.
good movie. But, like, now it's not that big of a thing. Like, it's still, it's classic cinema, but it's not... Dude, when that movie came out, my mother-in-law was pregnant with, I think she's pregnant with my brother-in-law at the time. And her mother straight up told her that she was not allowed. She was a grown-ass woman. And she was like, you can't go see that movie. The baby will either come out possessed or you'll miscarry.
Oh, wow. So it's believed in it.
Yeah.
Like, straight up believed in it.
I mean, they were Catholic, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were old country Catholics. So, yeah, no, it was like, The Exorcist at the time was like, you can't go, fucking bad things will happen to you. But now it's just like, oh, this is a great movie.
Yeah, you'd be cursed. So, and you gotta think, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre come out in 1974.
Yeah.
So, it went from, we're starting off as what they claim to be the first movie. But even if it's not, but in the early 1900s where they were doing novels, Frankenstein's monster, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and all that, to a family that fucking cannibalized people and then wore their fucking skin by 1974. Think about that. I mean, you have in 70 years, that shit got fucking dark.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What would Texas Chainsaw be like the...
First slasher.
Not slasher, but first extreme horror? Kinda?
I mean...
I don't know, because I wouldn't...
Time it was a little...
I'm not 100% sure because... You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't definitely put that down, but... I mean, it was fucked up.
I will say that I don't think it was really... extreme. Tobe Hooper was actually pushing for a PG rating.
Oh, wow.
Back when PG meant something, but he got the R, they fucking gave him the R. They were hoping for a PG rating to open up a wider audience for the film.
How the fuck are you going to get a PG rating on a movie, even now? On a movie that fucking kills people and then you wear skin. I mean, I guess if you don't say the fuck word. You don't show them killing them. I mean, I guess you could have, yeah. I mean...
I could be wrong. That might have been something else. I think I might, though.
That'd be so wild. That'd be wild. So, yeah, the 80s really brought in slashers. The 80s, though, brought in the slasher shit, like hardcore. And then, suffering... This is what they wrote. Suffering from exhaustion in the wake of a 1,000 formulaic slasher movies and their sequels, the genre lost steam as it moved into the 90s.
Wow. I don't
But
think
Scream
that's
come
accurate.
out. I mean, when Wes Craven's Scream come out, which was a fucking slasher parody, though. I mean...
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of almost making fun of it in a way. Maybe,
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
But, I mean, you had Anaconda.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a monster movie, but I mean, yeah, I think really like mid to late 90s, early 2000s it wasn't just a fucking not great time for horror, it was just a not great time for cinema.
And sorry, we didn't mention Night of the Living Dead in 1968. Just want to say,
Definitely
you got to mention that shit. I apologize. But yeah, $100,000 to make, went on to gross fucking $30 million. So yeah, I mean it did start the zombies. So and then of course in 2000 the zombie genre exploded.
Yeah.
And vampires, werewolves, and we've been
Stuck with it since.
like
I don't know.
it's just I don't know. It's crazy how many
What decade are we up to now?
2000s.
So we're about done with this one.
Because the novel World War Z. As we talked about.
Wouldn't the 2000s be like...
2002 Resident Evil.
Would the 2000s be like zombies and remakes? Reboots?
I mean, really.
Yeah, I mean, but I Am Legend come out in 2007 and Zombieland Original 2009.
A lot of it's apocalyptic movies. But,
So, I mean, and like you said, we got a lot of remakes. But at least the current Halloween movie was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a change.
Then...
I mean, in the early 2000s, though, is that when... No, did Saw come out in the 90s? No, it came out in...
early 90s, or late 90s, I believe.
I mean, you had that, the first one of them. And then, like
I think
Paranormal Activity and...
That was the big torture porn
Yeah.
times.
Well, and then,
You got
2010s, you got Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Blew up like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, the age of found footage. I mean, we're still in it.
Yeah, found footage. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like found footage is getting better. Good found footage is always going to get better. Bad found footage is always going to suck. And it's just like any other kind of movie. But I feel like I've seen a lot of really decent fucking found footage movies lately. I mean, like good found footage lately, like Hell House, both of those movies. I've heard people shit on them or whatever, but I really enjoyed them. I can't remember what the movie I watched the other day. Yeah, and another thing about like Hell House, or the Hell House LLC movies, and seeing it like heavily in the new Sabrina, and a lot of other things that are coming out. Movie I plan on reviewing pretty soon, Luciferina, and the Devil and the Blacksmith. I'm seeing a lot more occult and a lot more Satan in horror recently.
Speaking of that, though, the Luciferina, whatever, real quick, we're going to do a live commentary on that next Friday.
Hell yeah. I have a review up before then, but
sweet.
Definitely going to do a... But yeah, there's a lot of occult, there's a lot of... And there's a lot of Sabrina actually kind of brings some actual occult elements in. There's a reference to the Order of Thelema that I really enjoyed. But, lots of fucking pentagrams and bells and books and black candles.
Black candles,
Speaking
you
of
say?
Black candles. Yeah.
We are bringing you something new. Yeti?
A little different. Because no home is complete without a black candle. I prefer 5 and a white one, but that's me. We're selling, for the love of horror, all black candles. Something to keep the spooky going, even though we're getting into the Christmassy time of year. You can take this candle that's just as black as the hole where my soul should be, and it smells so good. You can relive those fall moments with the For the Love of Horror candle.
Hell yeah.
It's great. You should do it.
You can get it at Etsy, Macabre Melts.
So if you love horror, then you got to buy this candle.
Sure.
Yeah.
If your woman loves horror, you gotta buy this candle.
And check out all the other great stuff they have.
By 5.
Yes. If you don't love horror, then I don't know.
But if you do love horror,
and Brie has shit ton of other stuff on there that smells great.
yes. But yeah, if you do love horror and you don't have Shudder,
well then, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, but you can get Shudder for free for 30 days on us with promo code
TN Horror, TNHORROR. Thousands of hours of awesome horror movies. I mean, just even current movies. They have current movies and they have the old 70s B-rated movies, like just cult classics. I mean, fucking hey, dude. They got a ton.
Seriously, if you're a horror fan and you don't have Shudder, fix that shit.
I mean, 30 days free. You get Joe Bob Briggs for the. You can watch the past one, the last drive-in on the marathon, and then
Death is coming up Thanksgiving night. It's going to be a dusk till dawn marathon. 4 movies for the price of none. From the promo spot that they aired, Joe Bob said it features the greatest movie ever made. We're still in the dark on what that movie is, but
it starts at
9 Eastern, 6 Pacific,
8 Central, 7 Mountain. Yeah, so you get done with the turkey and you're like, fuck, dude, I ain't got nothing to do now. Joe Bob Briggs, bitch. And speaking of movies that are on Shudder, The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock. The Birds, and this is the movie of the week. Movie of the week. So, everyone knows The Birds. The bird. Oh, God. I did it.
Don't you fucking do it.
I did it. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. I'm an asshole. That was bad.
We ain't cutting that out either. Fuck all y'all.
Oh, my God. Can't believe I just did that. It's going to be fucking...
I don't think there's any better way to illustrate the evolution of film and the evolution of horror than by watching some of these old classics.
for sure.
And Melanie Daniels, that's, Tippi Hedren played Melanie Daniels. What a beautiful woman from back then.
Yeah.
And
talk about your horror vixens. Good
and
Lord.
With the as director Alfred Hitchcock, everybody loves him.
This dude right here, Mitch Brenner, Rod Taylor, he's a male horror vixen.
I don't know.
He's a pretty. What was we talking about?
Oh, he's a handsome fella.
Yeah,
he is a handsome fella.
He is suave than a motherfucker.
Well, come on, dude. He walks into a pet shop and this hung on him.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about that though. He walks in there and she's just like, he plays her like a fool, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna buy his fucking sister birds, and I'm gonna drive 60 miles, and then I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna get attacked by birds."
he got a stalker.
Yeah, and it opens up with and you can see where it changed to me. And I was reading the thing where Alfred Hitchcock hated filming on location. And they were in the street and she goes by a lamppost and then bam, they're on the studio set and you could just fail. And I could tell. And I was just like, God, that's an amazing set. It's just like, okay, well that was on the street and you could tell when it switched, but it's just like, wow, they built some amazing sets even back then.
Yeah.
But they had a pet shop like that for real back then. What?
Just all bird pet shop.
Just bird.
Yeah,
wasn't nothing else in that shop.
That would be an annoying ass pet shop to work in.
All you hear. Yeah, that would be bad.
Speaking of the noise of bird, good Lord, the cacophony that comes out of these damn birds in this movie.
Yes, and there was no.
It sounded
music.
like.
There's no.
Oh no, there was none, and that's another thing I want to talk about here in a few minutes. One of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. But it sounds like they had made records of angry cats and then scratched them.
Yeah.
Like, burka, burka. And it was just, it was terrible.
Burka, burka.
Burka, burka.
But yeah.
Oh man, they didn't sound like birds to me.
So she stalks this dude, and she's apparently real wealthy. But was it not weird? Like, she's a stalker. He's got another stalker woman that was so fucking head over heels for him that she moved from San Francisco to there just to be close to him. And his mother don't want to lose him either.
So, yeah, this dude is like...
These are some strange women in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
and it was written... I think it was actually written by a woman.
Maybe the original story, but...
Yeah, the original story.
Was
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant.
The screenplay is, like, loosely based on the original story.
Speaking of stalkers and obsessed people, Yeti, do you want...
Writers, Daphne Du Maurier from the story by, but Evan Hunter was a screenplay writer.
Well, I said, speaking of obsessed and all that...
Okay, my favorite scene of the movie, and this has stuck with me, and it may be one of my favorite scenes ever, was there's a scene where the mother, what's her name? Jessica Tandy.
Okay.
She's such a masterful actress. She goes into this bedroom and she finds the farmer that she's going to go see, and he's just a fucking eyeless corpse. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's complete silence, and it zooms in. Like, it's not a slow zoom either. It's 3 successive jump cuts closer and closer to this eyeless corpse, just staring dead into the camera and silent. And there's no, like you said, there's no score. So you're just there in this moment of terror. And then she loses her fucking shit and panics, but she's not like screaming a whole bunch. And you can just hear her panic breathing and the way her feet hit the floor when she's running. And she like drops her purse as she runs down the hallway. And she gets outside and she's just speechless. And that, and the lack of score there, and just the way it was shot, that was amazing. And that eyeless corpse makeup, compared to the time and compared to the rest of the movie, was so good. It was that just really sticks out for me. Well, there's a lot of scenes in this movie that's just fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
so
like
well done.
When we was doing the live stream of it, man, dude, some of these shots, I guess whoever transitioned this movie to digital, to HD, whatnot, or whatever, they did an amazing job at it, because, man, some of these scenes, it looks like this movie was shot with a camera from these days.
It's gorgeous. And the way they frame shots, too. Like the kiss between Tippi Hedren and Homeboy there, where they move into the hallway, so the framing has to change just subtly enough to make... Oh, damn it, dude.
Look, guys, this had shitty CGI.
It wasn't even CGI.
I'm fucking with you.
It wasn't
sorry.
even...
I was just
that
the CG in this fucking movie was terrible.
Sucked. No, I'm just fucking with you.
But
like, I just wanted to figure someone.
Yeah, it's crazy,
like,
though.
If they only hear that part and the podcast died, they'd be pissed.
But
it was like a blue screen.
Yeah, when she's driving the car. Well, dude, she's driving like a fucking race car.
No, I'm talking about the birds. Like,
Supposedly,
and the wings move too fast for the old school blue screen, so you could see the blue around the birds' wings sometimes. Yeah, I was just joking. I mean, come on, dude. I mean,
that kind of
brings me
to the thing that I was gonna talk about. This, like we were talking about, Tippi Hedren was so gorgeous.
Yes.
She was a model first, and she was her modeling career was kind of flagging because she was getting old in model years, but still like absolutely stunning to the rest of humanity. So she starts doing commercials. She does a commercial for a weight loss product that airs during the Today Show, and Alma and Alfred Hitchcock see the commercial. And Alfred makes it his mission to find her and put her under a contract. He was smitten with her immediately, and he was so obsessed. I've heard interviews from her that he would be talking to other people, but staring dead at her wherever she was. He like lightweight stalked her.
So weird.
And then like made advances. He like tried to Weinstein her a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And she shut him down because she wasn't about it, you know what I'm saying? He was just an old fat ugly guy. And she just wasn't fucking having it. She was trying to have a professional relationship with this great director, and turns out that he's just fucking stalking the shit out of her, trying to get in her pants. He's got her on a 7-picture deal that he won't let her out of because he wants to be near her that bad. And when she wants to get out of the contract, he threatened to ruin her career. But before that, there was a dispute where I believe, I don't know, I mean, if you want details, you can Google it. It's out there. There's a movie about it that she talks about. So anyway, there was a dispute. That final scene, no, it's not the final scene of the movie, but it's the final big climactic attack scene. She goes into the bedroom, there's a ton of birds, and they attack the piss out of her. Okay, they had animatronic birds made for the movie that they could use for that scene where she's not in any danger. It would still look fine, but she's not in any danger. She pissed Hitchcock off by rebuffing him. She goes into makeup that morning, and I think the assistant director comes in and tells her that they're having a problem with the animatronic birds. She goes on the set, and there's cages full of live birds. And that final scene where she's there by the door and she's being attacked, they were throwing live birds at this woman.
That's fucked up.
So that terror and that, like, that fear, that exhaustion in her face when she crumples to the floor, all of that is real.
Damn.
And that was because Hitchcock was so fucking obsessed with her that he put live birds on her because she wouldn't fuck with him. So I feel like, and Tippi Hedren feels the same way. She went to his funeral and all that, and she says that this is one of those cases where you have to separate the man from his art. Like, he gave so much to cinema. He gave a lot to the horror, but he gave so much to cinema in general that there's no way to discount that.
Yeah.
But you still have to keep in mind that he was kind of a fucking sleazeball.
Yeah, I don't think of him. I just think of him as a director, and I've never thought about him outside of in his personal life. You know, only the cinema life. Like you said, separate the two. But
yeah, this is one of those cases where you have to, because he's so important.
Wow.
His work is so important in cinema that you have to separate the two.
I don't know if you'd have to.
You can't discount his body of work because he was a slime ball. You know?
But speaking of his work on this movie, though, man.
But I think the sets were amazing.
Oh,
when I watch these older films,
the set design was awesome.
When I watch these older films, and you could tell when they're on set, when they're on location, but it's just like, man, that's just cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Well, like I was telling Yeti when we did the live stream commentary.
I wish that we had one of them diners here, that seaside diner. Like, I love that shit.
Set direction, well, that would probably be, well, it was George Milo that was doing that, but maybe art department too would be, they would. Scenic artist and story, okay. Will Ferrell.
Oh shit, son.
But it's not the same one.
I mean, because you could see where they were looking over the ocean, and like you could see like it was a painted
special effects.
Cool to see all that shit.
They have a lot of special effects people in this one.
I imagine because they control a lot of birds.
Yeah, there's a lot of special effects in the movie. So.
I mean, you kind of control all them fucking birds, and then at the end of it, where all the birds are just standing around.
Yeah, like, what's up, homie? Where you from?
Yeah, bitch. Are you going out to the car? You got a diver? You know, the
fucking walk slow, fool.
Them ravens or whatever, like, fucking bit him on the finger.
Like, yeah, that was real, that bird. There was a bird that hated him so bad that they couldn't use him in the film. That's funny. There was one of the crows that every time it saw that dude, it fucking went after him.
That's hilarious. That's
also,
awesome.
Another little fun note, one of the parts of the movie that's not special effects, where they're in the diner toward the end, and that woman is screaming at Tippi Hedren. And she's, I think this is all your fault. We think you're evil, blah, 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 blah. And she slaps her. That was 100% real.
Yeah.
Like they discussed it before with everybody, and she was like, no, I want the real reaction. Hit me. She said she never slapped anybody in her life. So she just belted this bitch and just rocked her teeth. And that was a really neat moment. I was like, wow, how'd they get that? Oh, she really hit her. Okay, that's how.
Slapped the shit out of her.
But all in all, though, y'all, definitely, you know, this movie's been out forever. A lot of people have seen it. If you haven't seen it, check it out on Shudder with our promo code.
Dude,
please do.
It's definitely worth watching. You know,
and this is the first for us doing a really old school movie, but
yeah,
it's a great movie.
We'll probably do more in the future.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate y'all listening, and you know, as always, go hit us up on our social media and check out teenhorror.com for all kinds of news and fucking reviews and
then also definitely go leave us some a 5-star rating on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating and write a review for us, please.
Yeah, well, leave us a rating and write us a review.
What are we going to talk about next week?
Female horror writers.
And directors. And we're going to talk with some of our writers and see if we can get interviews with them.
Yeah, and talk to the T and Horror News writers. So y'all can kind of get to know them, you know, and, you know, so you can know who's writing for us. And they're all amazing people, so we appreciate what they do. And next week, the movie of the week, Revenge. TN Horror is a Shudder promo code. Go get that shit.
And watch this
Share
movie.
It with your friends, too.
Yeah, true that. So, yeah, use that promo code for us, for y'all. And
Dick Air.
Yeah, Dick Air. But that's all we got, y'all. We out.
Peace.
Stay spooky. Try not to be an asshole.
Take care.